Greetings, it's the Wyco Nomad. Oh, let me put this away. We don't need to see this. Yep, oh, where should I put this? Let's put this over here. Truck gun. That's my peanut launcher. So, all right. You know, Kofifi. Not going to do it tonight for you. But, as always, Blackout Coffee Company. Click the link, buy some coffee. 20%. Use the YCO20 code. You know what to do. That's a good cup of coffee. Light roast for me. I don't like burnt coffee. So, what are we going to talk about tonight? Tonight, we are going to talk about radios. It's been a while. So, we did some basic gear that you should have. And like I said, I am not the comms guy of the group. Okay, I have other people that handle that task. I still do have my tech license. So I am still a tech. Man, how do we want to approach this? There is a lot of people. Let's get the fantasy out of the way first, okay? A lot of people think as soon as the balloon goes up, boom, you're going to start hitting comms. Not me. I may not even turn a radio on, and that may hurt a lot of people's feelings. However, depending on what type of situation we're dealing with will determine whether I actually key that microphone. Long antenna boys. Yep. You know, with basically a Bearcat, I can scan frequencies, I can find your frequency. Just a basic half-assed ham operator can do a fox hunt and locate your ass from where you're transmitting. That is a security issue. Man, the balloon's down. Okay, this is not going home. Sarge ain't gonna come up rolling in a boat with a mini 30, saving your ass at the last minute. Okay, think about that shit right there. Okay, I get it. We need comms to communicate with one another. It's not secure. So I may or may not use a radio if the balloon goes up, if we go tits up. Hell, this Babylonian rectangle of death that I talk to you and record you through, that will probably get smashed, depending on the type of situation. Just saying. That does kind of fall into prepper fantasy too, but you know, depending on what the situation is. I'm not going to give away my location. Groups that I consult to with prepping, and groups and individuals that consult to me. So it's a two-way street sometimes. Though the one person that I get consulted to by, my consultant that tells me, really, it's not a two-way street. I thank you so much, I absorb. But others I give, and it's a back and forth with other groups that I work with, that I help train and stuff like that. A couple different mutual assistance groups that I'm kind of helping out. So, OPSEC is a thing. Setting up your radio, your mags, your team, your prepper group, whatever you want to call it, your community. If you're a community, if you're not so much of a mag group, if you've actually become a community, you definitely have the upper hand. And most likely you have a SOP for your comms, you have rules and regulations for it, which is perfect. If you're just getting started, this is something you need to think about. You need to have an SOP. When do you use your comms? When do you not? Because knowing when to talk is just as important as knowing when not to talk. Vehicle. comms is extremely important. You want to communicate with the lead vehicle, the other vehicles in between. Listen, your caboose, your last vehicle pulling up the rear will probably talk back and forth, very rarely, to the lead vehicle. Everyone in between will be listening unless there's a situation and they radio into the lead vehicle. Usually the lead vehicle has the team commander, and you will listen to the vehicle commander or team commander, however you want to do it. Okay. We are doing a vehicle exercise soon with one of the groups that I work with. And I am going to be a passenger. If you knew the situation, you would understand how that's just, oh, thank you. Thank you. I am a pawn. I am no leadership whatsoever. I am there to learn. Oh, heavy is the crown. But no, I am there to learn. I am not there to lead. I am not there to make suggestions or anything like that. And this is a particular situation where we are going to, that's the Cookie Monster. Hey, stop it. Yeah. We're going to go in, load up on the vehicles, and we move from rally point A. We're going to go through B, C, D rally points, and we're going to end at E. From E, we're going to go all the way back to A. It's a specific setup. There is a formula for everything we're doing there. There is a plan of action. It's not just randomized. We have certain waypoints and situations along the way. I shouldn't be giving away too much information. So we leave point A. From point A to point B, we're not going to have any problems. Between B and C, we have two situations that are set up that are going to require contact left, contact right. We don't know how it's going to be. We don't know what the contact is. We have three colors that are set up to how we're going to handle this. I'm not going to tell you the colors, but we'll say assault, defend, aid. Aid is considered a breakdown. So, and that is based on, that aid is based on, we're going to roll up and handle things. So hang on one second. I got to pause this. We'll come back. We'll splice this together. And with the magic of video, I'm back. Sorry, my wife needed some help with moving the laundry. So, that's right. 10 o'clock at night, and we're drinking coffee, light roast even. That's too late. I work a night shift. So, we were talking about vehicles. It's set up a certain way. And then when we get to the last point, we complete the predefined objective, turn around, boom, go, move. And I believe there are 4 obstacles on the way back that we will be notified of via cards. As we're driving, we open the card, it tells us what the first objective is going to be, what's going to run into, and we got to handle that. I think they said the lead vehicle handles some of them, and then the rear vehicle handles a few others, and they might, who knows what they'll do. But this is to test your abilities. Also included on that is basically a barbecue. That's right, barbecue. Training events usually include food. And from what I understand, we're gonna be having sheep. Now, I know one of the groups that I did something with, they did a big, like a pulled pork thing. I did not partake. Y'all know why. So, did not partake in that, but it smelled good. They pulled pork with bacon, and yeah. I don't do that because to me, that's not food. Yeah, it is. No, it isn't. So enjoy if you do. I do not enjoy. I do not partake anymore. During that time, we're going to be using comms. We're going to be using a frequency. We're not going to be bouncing off a repeater. We're actually going to be using, most likely, an FRS frequency. So you can go online. I'm not going to go through and tell you all the different radio frequencies. You have the largest search engine in the world called Google. Type in FRS frequencies. There you go. Now, those of you that use Baofangs, I believe it's called Chirp Next. That's the latest one. Man, I've been using it. I like it. I hated the original Chirp. Hated it. Chirp Next is pretty damn good. I like it. The other one that I use is FT. I can't remember. Let's see if I can switch out of that. Do I have a desktop? I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head. It is for Jases. And I know everyone's like, oh, you should know that. Yeah, maybe I should, but you know, I use that with a cable, and you can download the information, program it into your handhelds. So that's always good to have. Before you do anything, have your radio programmed. If you can't program it, get to your comms guy, have it programmed. That's extremely important. And this rolls especially in when dealing with disaster stuff. And with disasters, we're not using repeaters because most of the time, your repeater just got wiped out by the tornado or hurricane. So your repeaters are down. I cannot find it on here, and I cannot get to my desktop because I got stuff going on in the background. But there is a, I want to call it FTM. There is a program that you can use for Yaesu. I'll put the program, I'll link the program in the notes, and I'll also link Chirp in the notes. So that way we can solve that problem. So, have your stuff pre-programmed. Have your FRS, your GMRS, have that stuff programmed. Most likely, if you run in Yaesu, you're going to have to do the Mars mod. Not going to tell you how to do it. You can search it, figure out how to do the Mars mod. Also, you can get your comms guy to do the Mars mod on your radio. Depending on the area you're going to, you probably should have programmed in your basic repeaters. I've gone over how to do repeater book, how to do repeaters on that, utilize that. No one really watched that video. There were like 2 people watched it, so no one cares about repeater book. So repeaterbook.com, type in your area. Once you get there, you can figure it out. I'm not going to hold your hand. Know your basic programming. So the key is having pre-established frequencies that your mutual assistance group, your community decides upon, whether you're going to use FRS or GMRS, or you're going to use basic repeaters. So I know Colorado State has an interlink system which allows people to communicate from across the entire state. In my location in Cheyenne, I can actually touch base with my guys in Denver. Not from my location, but if I move to a different location, I get a much better signal. Where I'm at right now, because I'm not on property, I have a hell of a time with my HF radio, getting a signal out with my antenna. I'm basically in a cement box. The walls and stuff are essentially cement. So I think it's a signal problem. I can't even really get a antenna signal with just a handheld. But usually in disaster situations, FRS 22 is commonly used. Also, don't forget, guys, that is used by linemen. So if you're in a disaster site, the linemen are going to need that, and that's life and death for them. So keep it down to a minimum. No chatty patty. Okay, you don't have to be a freaking sewing group. And that's the other thing when working with your radios, knowing when to speak and when not to. Some of you get on there, it's like a damn sewing circle. Shut up. Allow the communications. Okay? What are you doing? Yes, I'm combing my beard. Sorry about that. So have pre-established SOPs for talking, communicating, when you communicate, when you talk, how you're going to communicate, and all that. Okay, that's important for when working. Have your predefined frequencies. As I said, most of the groups I run with are GMRS, FRS, and we do have certain repeaters in areas that we link to. That is up to you based on your area. I do encourage you, if you don't have a tech, get your tech. If there's guys in your group that don't want to get a tech, who cares? As long as they can listen, they don't have to talk. And sometimes it's best that some people just not talk. Yeah, I know that's a hard thing to frickin' hear at times, but sometimes it's best that some people just don't communicate. They just absorb, got it, move. As long as they're able to listen and act upon what they've listened to, that's important. So with that, thank you for listening to Frequencies. If you have any other not opinions, if you have any comments, please feel free to place in the comments. I do usually respond to them. Don't always respond to all of them because some of them don't deserve a response. That's just the way it is in life, folks. But if I give you the little Wyco heart, you know I liked it. I was thinking good stuff about it. I was like, that's a good one. To those of you that have been commenting, thank you so much for commenting. Like, subscribe, ring the bell. And to the one person out there that keeps doing thumbs downs to all my videos, thank you. It still helps my algorithm. It doesn't go against me. It still helps the algorithm. Apparently, I rub you the wrong way, and you're just hanging out like a ATF agent, FBI in the background, just going bad, bad, bad. Glad to ruin your day, buddy. Yeah. Bad. Helps my algorithms one way or another, because here's the thing, you're still watching it. Or you're just seeing my video and hitting bad without even watching it. And then, seriously, get out of your mom's basement. Stop drinking the Mountain Dew and eating the cheese doodles. I mean, seriously, there's better things to do in life. Seriously. But with that, take it easy, everybody. Watch your six as always. Peace and love. Shalom. I'm out of here till next week. Or am I? I had to do it.